You're able to talk because we're going to go over this audio. It's videotaping right now.
How long you taped?
I'm going like a couple seconds on each thing.
Alright.
Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm on second to last one. Now I'm on that gin. Now I come down to you?
Yeah. And they start talking?
Go.
Hi. Alcohol is a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic sometimes will say, alright, I'll have a drink today and stop tomorrow, but then the next day has a drink during the day, and then the final stage of progressive disease such as alcoholism is that the alcoholic drinks night and day. This could cause many problems. There are a lot of problems that go with alcoholism. One instance of alcoholism is called withdrawal. What withdrawal means, and this is to use in the same way as drugs, is that...
Mic's on?
Yep.
Go.
Hi. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is...
Recording right now, go.
Alcoholism. The meaning of it is a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic will say one day, okay, I'll have a drink, and the next day, he won't. Alcoholism is a disease that is yet to be found or solved by... Fuck it.
Alrighty then. Yeah.
Alcoholism is a disease that America is yet to be cured. About 95% of all Americans have dysfunctional families. That's wrong.
Now.
Alcoholism is a disease in America that is yet to be cured. 50% of all Americans are alcoholics. 50% of all families are alcoholics. What is another outstanding percentage is 96% of all American families are dysfunctional. Alcoholism is also a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic...
Go.
Alcoholism is a horrible disease that has lasted for the last... Shit!
Yeah, just keep on going, go.
Alright.
Start all over.
Alcoholism is a disease that is yet to be cured by the American Medical Association.
No.
Alcoholism is a disease. What people don't know that it is... Okay. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What a progressive disease is that the alcoholic will say to himself, I'll have one drink and forget about it tomorrow. Then he'll say to himself, I'll have a drink today. But alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the alcoholic will say to himself, okay, I'll have a drink now and forget about it tomorrow. Then he'll say to himself, I'll have a drink, then he'll say, I'll have a drink today and maybe, later today. And the third stage of alcoholism as a progressive disease is the alcoholic drinks night and day. This is a disease. What people don't know usually is that this is a disease and that most Americans, 50% of our population, is affected by this horrible disease called alcoholism. What another outstanding percentage is... Wait,
Yeah.
time out.
No.
Alcoholism is a progressive disease. It's still recording.
Okay, do it again.
Okay. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic... You can't... Hi. I'm going to venture in to the... Alright, I fucked
And the mic
up.
goes up in your mouth again.
Okay. Alcohol is a progressive disease. What this means...
I had that laugh.
Jesus Christ!
Okay, let's go.
Hold on a sec. Just turn it off for a
No.
second. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic will say to himself, I'll have a drink today and quit tomorrow. The next stage is even worse. The drinker says to himself, I'll have a drink during the day and maybe during the night. And the final stage is that they drink all the time. What is an interesting percentage is that many people don't know is that 50% of all Americans are alcoholics. Many people don't realize this, but it's a fact. And what's another outstanding percentage is that 9 out of every 10 families is dysfunctional.
Go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is that the alcoholic will have one drink in the afternoon and say, I'll quit tomorrow. You can't...
No.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease.
Okay, ready. Go.
Alcoholism... Jesus! Alright. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is that the child, or the alcoholic child...
Okay. Take 29.
Okay. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. Alright, keep it rolling.
Okay.
Alcoholism is defined as a... No, that doesn't sound right. Shit, man, I want to get a good grade on this paper. Okay. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the alcoholic will have one drink one day. The next day will have a drink in the afternoon and a drink at night. And finally, the alcoholic will drink day and night. What is another outstanding characteristic of alcoholism is that we're never going to do this. Okay. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is start over because I went like this.
Okay.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is I can't believe this. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is the drink will have one drink at one night. And I fucked up. I can't believe this. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is an alcoholic will have one drink one day and say they'll quit the next. I can't do it if you're laughing, dude. I swear to God. Look at this. Just look at my hands are sweating. Look at your thing. I sweat all over your microphone.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. If I don't do this tonight, I'll just do it tomorrow night.
We'll do it now. Let's go. Come on, we'll do it now.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means? Jesus.
Okay, let's go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the alcoholic will have one drink one night. The next I'm not doing that progressive disease thing anymore. I'm just not doing it.
Save it for the end. Okay, let's go.
Ready?
Yes.
50% of all Americans are alcoholics. 9 out of every 10 families are dysfunctional families. This is all related to alcohol. There are many problems that go along with alcohol. One is withdrawal. What withdrawal means is that people... Jesus Christ, Brett, I was on a roll!
That's the way it's 100% is 50%.
What?
Start off together as a progressive.
No, I can't.
Yeah, don't
because
Okay, go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is that...
I was not laughing. I'm sweating.
So am I. I got this fucking light on my face.
Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What progressive disease means is that the alcoholic will have one beer or a couple drinks one night. The next day will have a drink only during the day, and later having a drink during the night and day, about 24 hours a day. This means that they are now an alcoholic. They are progressing from just a social drinker to an alcoholic.
Continue. Let's go.
I'm not going to continue. I laughed. This has been in front of all these people. I'm not going to start laughing during it.
Okay.
Damn it. How do these actors do it? How do they stand in front of a camera and be serious?
Let's go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is that an alcoholic will have one drink one night, the next day have a drink during the day and night, and finally having a drink day and night. What this means is that they progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many diseases and occurrences that go along with alcoholism. One is withdrawal. The definition of withdrawal is when an alcoholic will either have problems in life or stress in life. Come on, man.
That's good now.
Okay, ready?
Yes. Go.
Alcoholism is defined as a Okay, take 5. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the alcoholic will have a drink one.
I did not laugh on that one.
I'm not laughing because you're laughing. I just can't take it. Okay, ready?
I am feeling sweaty. Let's go.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the alcoholic will have one drink one day, the next day have a drink during the day, and finally having a drink night and day. The drinker has progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. They progressed. There are many diseases and percentages and occurrences that go along with alcoholism. One amazing percentage is 50% of all Americans are alcoholic. 9 out of every 10 families are dysfunctional. And what's really unbelievable is if you have one parent that drinks, your chances of becoming an alcoholic are 60%. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is a drinker will have one drink one day. The next day have a drink. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. A progressive disease is defined as a drinker having one drink, the next day having a drink only during the day, and finally
Okay, let's go now.
Alcohol is defined as a progressive disease. A progressive disease, in other words, is when a drinker can have one drink one day, the next day have it. Why do you start laughing after I say that? I didn't say drinker, I said drinker.
Yes, yeah, I won't laugh then. Okay.
Okay. Action.
Action.
Alcohol is... Fuck! Alright. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What a progressive disease is, that the alcoholic will have one drink during the day, the next day have a drink all morning and the day, and finally having a drink 24 hours a day. This is progressing from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many percentages to go along with alcoholism. One percentage is that 50% of all Americans are alcoholic. And it's also the leading disease of retardation in Americans. Another factor is that 9 out of 10 families are dysfunctional, which is a very big cause of alcoholism. And finally, if one of your parents drink, you have a 60% chance of becoming an alcoholic. If both parents drink, you have a close to 100% of becoming an alcoholic. Almost there! Oh my god!
Alright, let's go. Stop laughing. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Alcoholism. Okay.
No.
Alcoholism is defined as progressive disease. What this means is that an alcoholic will have a drink one night and say they'll quit the next. The next day, they'll have a drink in the afternoon and then they'll say they stop. But the third stage is very bad, which means that the alcoholic has a drink during the day and the night and continues through the morning. They have progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many diseases, occurrences, and percentages that go along with alcoholism. One percentage is that 50%...
No way.
I'm looking at my reflection in your lens.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. Excuse me. What this means is that the alcoholic will have one drink one day and say they'll quit the next. But the next day, they lie to themselves and have a drink during the day. And finally, they have a drink during the day and night, which progresses them from a social drinker when they only said they would have one drink to an alcoholic where they drink all the time. There are many percentages also that go along with alcoholism. One amazing percentage is that 50% of all Americans are alcoholics. Also, 9 out of 10 families are dysfunctional, which is a leading cause of alcoholism. And for all the people out there that have parents that drink, if your parents drink, if one parent drinks, you have a 60% chance of becoming an alcoholic. If both parents drink, you have a 100% chance of becoming an alcoholic. One factor that goes along with alcoholism, and drugs too, is called withdrawal. The meaning of withdrawal is when an alcoholic has a lot of stress and problems in their life. So what they do is they go to the bottle or take drugs to get rid of their lives. Right now we are going to show you a dramatization of what? Oh my god, I forgot what it's called.
Let's do it again.
Start from the beginning?
Yes.
Just feel my hands. See how sweaty they are.
Mine too.
Okay.
The reason I was laughing is because sweat's dripping down my thing. It's like itching my fucking ribs and starts tickling me.
Okay.
Okay, let's go now.
Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means in general terms is that an alcoholic will have one drink one day, say they'll quit the next. The next day lie to themselves and drink most of the afternoon. And finally, they'll drink day and night, 24 hours. They lie to themselves. They have progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many diseases that go along.
No, start all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alcoholism is defined as a progressive disease. What this means is the drinker will have one drink during the day and say they'll quit the next. The next day, they lie to themselves and they do drink. And finally, the day after, they drink all day, 24 hours a day. This is bad because they have progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many percentages that go along with alcoholism. One amazing percentage is that 50% of all the population of America is alcoholics. Another percentage, which is unbelievable, is 96% of all families are dysfunctional. In other words, 9 out of every 10 families are dysfunctional. And finally, if your parent drinks, if one of your parents drinks, you have a 60% chance of becoming an alcoholic. If both of your parents drink, you have a close to 100% chance of becoming an alcoholic. Now, this worries a lot of people. There is a lot of factors that do go along with alcoholism. One factor is called withdrawal. Many people have heard of this term. In other words, people that have stress in their life or problems will go to the bottle or take drugs to escape and go to a life of ecstasy, which sometimes leads to problems. This is an example of what we call... I can't believe it. I always forget the name of it. I can't believe this.
What's the name of it?
I can't believe it.
What's the name of it?
Withdrawal. I just forget it the second time around.
No.
Okay. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is that a drinker will drink one day and say they'll quit the next, but the next day lie to themselves and they drink during the day. And finally, the last stage of progressive disease is they'll drink during the day and night, 24 hours a day. They have progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic, which can cause many problems. There are also many percentages that go along with alcoholism. One is that 50% of all American population...
Can I stop laughing? Come on, let's go.
Alright. Alcoholism is a... Wait, stop, because I laughed.
Go.
Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is, an alcoholic will have one drink during the day and say they'll quit the next. The next day, they'll drink all day and all night. That's becoming an alcoholic. They have progressed from a social drinker to a... God damn it! 10:16, we've been at this for fucking 45 minutes.
Hold on, let's go.
Okay. Alcoholism is a progressive disease. What this means is an alcoholic will have one drink during one day and say that they'll never drink again. But the next day, they'll have a drink during the day. And finally, the last day of their disease, they'll drink 24 hours a day, night and day. They have progressed from a social drinker to an alcoholic. This could cause many problems. And there are many percentages to go along with alcoholism. One very important one is 50% of all American population becomes alcoholics are already alcoholics. Another percentage is 96% of all American families are dysfunctional. In other words, 9 out of 10 families are dysfunctional. And finally, if one of your parents drinks, you have a 60% chance of becoming an alcoholic. If both of your parents drink, you have a 100% chance of becoming an alcoholic. Now, one of the main factors to go along with alcoholism is called withdrawal. Withdrawal, in other words, is when an alcoholic or anybody else in life go through many stressful and very traumatizing experiences in their life, and they go to the bottle to a life of ecstasy where they forget about all their problems. I will show you now a dramatization of withdrawal and see how it affects people around them.
Record. It's record.
I look like shit with the sunglasses on.
Don't you? Yeah, you do. You should take those bad boys off.
Okay, it's recording. Are you ready? Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what my lines are.
I just don't worry about it. Say a couple seconds.
Just say to yourself, like, in your head, you're going to be like, and then, after, count to 60 right now, and then grab the can of beer.
60?
Yeah. Just count to 60.
Been that now for a long time?
Yeah. Count to 40, and then pick up
grab
the can
the beer
of beer.
now. Isn't it about time now? Because we've been recording for a long time.
Yeah.
Grab the beer now and do it. Now what?
Okay, stop it.
Go.
That last example is a cruel and unbelievable fact. Fuck!
Keep on going. Start over.
Okay. That last dramatization is a fact that all people go through, called withdrawal. Now, another major problem, and probably the leading cause of alcoholism in the family life, is abuse. The next dramatization I'll show you will show you the fact that alcoholism doesn't affect just the alcoholic, it affects his family.
Okay.
No, because you're in the scene. Don't laugh. Just don't laugh.
Recording
He's
now.
in the next scene.
Go.
He's in the next scene. Hold on a sec. I can't. Get this motherfucker out of the room. Are you ready? Get this motherfucker out of the room.
Alright, just stand outside the door.
Stand outside the door.
Just stand right there. Good. Don't close the door all the way.
Alright, hold on. Let me get my game face on.
Start whenever you want. Almost.
Alright, ready?
God, Jesus.
Alright.
I don't have a lot of battery left.
You want another?
Shut up, Ron. You're not helping.
Alright, guys. Alright, quiet down.
Alright, ready?
This is serious shit. Wait, no, if he's laughing, that's good. It's like he's drunk. Yeah, so continue it.
no.
Yes,
That's good.
No, no.
good. That's good if you're laughing like you're drunk or something.
Okay, ready? No, I won't laugh.
Okay.
Bartender, give me another beer.
Okay.
Another beer, bartender. You're supposed to cut me off, Ron. How many we gonna be here all? Bartender, another beer. He laughed. If you don't leave, you have to leave. You have to leave.
Jesus.
I'm doing.
Alright.
The guy made me laugh.
I'm all set now.
Are you ready? Ready?
Yes.
Alright. Bartender, another beer. Hit me again. One more.
No. That's it.
Another beer.
No! No,
I don't need you anyway. Yeah, I'm no good.
The bar plus briefcase.
Alright, it's recording. I'm all set.
Alright, ready?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Beautiful.
Now.
I'm home.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
Hey, you wanna do me a favor and get me a beer, son?
Sure.
Oh, I had a rough day at work.
Can I ask you a question?
What do you want?
Can I borrow the car? And like,
Borrow the car. What?
I knew they're never gonna get to that part ever because they're gonna laugh every time.
I was looking right in his eyes.
That was a nice spike.
shit, you're gonna put all that shit back on.
Fuck.
Whenever you're ready.
What? Come on, I'm doing good.
Alright. Get the laugh out.
Shut up.
Okay. Okay. Action.
Come on. We're gonna have to have Pete do it.
Fuck.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on, stop laughing.
Okay. Just act like you did the first time. That was excellent. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Action.
I'm home.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, do me a favor and get me a beer.
Sure. There you go.
Thanks.
Can I ask you a question?
What is it this time?
Can I borrow the car tonight? Me and my friends are going out.
What? Listen, you little punk. I'm getting sick and tired of you asking me for the goddamn car. I can't say goddamn, can I? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That was so good.
That was good. Give it a smirk. Give it a smirk. I was doing good. I should have just said it. Damn it. Shit, that makes it better.
Are you gonna show all the fucking outtakes and shit too?
Of course not.
So how the hell are you gonna like edit over it?
No, it's not gonna be all the outtakes.
You
so
can
that's
edit
gonna-
over with the machine, right?
I can do it with the camera.
I should have said it. I should have said it. You're like, I'm not allowed to say goddamn.
I'm not gonna look in your eyes. I'm gonna look like over your head or something. I can't
Alright.
look into your face.
He was looking right at you, Chad.
I know. He was reading my shirt.
Go at naked lacrosse. Are you ready?
Alright.
Yes.
Action!
I'm home.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, wanna do me a favor, be useful, and get me a beer?
Yeah. I guess so.
Can't stand those bastards at work. Always give me a hard time.
Hey, Dad. I just wanted to ask you. Me and my friends are going out tonight, and I was wondering if I can fix the fucking car.
Damn! Come on, Greg.
What you stuck?
Don't burp. Just don't burp anymore. It's part of the gig, man.
We're gonna break this tab off, by the way.
Pizza's dirty either.
Ready?
Yep.
Action!
I'm home.
What's up, Dad?
Hey, why don't you make yourself useful and get me a beer, kid?
Sure. Anything else?
Just give me the damn beer.
I was wondering if I could use a car. Me and my friends wanted to go out tonight. You mind?
What?
Can I use a car? Me and my friends are going out tonight.
God damn it. I'm sick of you goddamn punk. Always asking me for the car. What did I tell you? You can't use the goddamn car ever. Fuck! Fuck! I said goddamn too many times.
Does this mean anything to this out?
No, that's
Ready?
good. Yes.
Action!
What? What happened that time?
You fucking belched it outside.
I had to get it out of me. I'll take my belt off.
What?
I'm gonna take my belt off.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
Like to hit me or something?
Yeah.
Yes!
God, I'm just so laughing so hard.
Okay.
Action.
I'm home.
What's up, Dad?
Do me a favor, make yourself useful and get me a beer.
Sure.
Goddamn bastards at work, always on my back.
Hey, Dad, me and my friends were wondering if we could use a car tonight and go out driving.
What?
Could we use a car?
What did I tell you? I'm gonna whip your butt good, boy.
There's no way that you could stop it from the part that they fucked up on and then
Yeah, you
record
can.
it?
Well, yeah, I don't have the equipment to do it with.
Don't take it. Oh,
I'm home.
what's up, Dad?
Do me a favor, make yourself useful and get me a beer.
Sure.
Bastards at work, always on my back.
And Dad, I was wondering if I could borrow the car tonight. Me and my friends want
What?
to go out. Can we borrow the car?
Not enough. That I have the goddamn bastards at work on my back. Now you want to get on my back and ask for the car.
Let me check mine. Well, this isn't plugged in. Give me a second.
That last dramatization was a factor. That last dramatization was. Okay. That last scene was a true fact of life. Every kid, every kid out of 50% of the population is abused, and the main cause is alcoholism. There are many factors that can help people of alcoholic families or now the alcoholic themselves. There's AA, Alcohol Anonymous, where people usually come out cured, and also ACOA, Adult Children of Alcoholics. All right. Oops. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live in an alcoholic family are abused, either sexually, mentally, or emotionally. It is a very sad fact of life.
You're laughing. It's a very bad sad. I'm getting the credits, right?
Stupid ass.
Shut up. That last scene is a true fact of life. That last scene is a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with an alcoholic are abused. That last scene is a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with an alcoholic. Doesn't matter. I'll keep going. Okay. About that last. All right. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with alcoholic.
I want to see the boss you went wrong. Come on, you gotta show that. Plus, we have to get this done.
All right. About 50%. Okay. That last scene is a true fact of life. About 50% of people that live with an alcoholic are abused either mentally, physically, or emotionally. It is a big problem and needs to be solved.
Why are you laughing?
Another, all right. That last scene is, last scene is a true fact of life. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with an alcoholic are abused. Also,
Did I say it right?
Sounds like me just screeching.
that last scene is a true fact of life. About 50% of people that live with alcoholics are abused, either sexually, mentally, or physically. There are a lot of cures that can go along with alcoholism to solve the problem. One is AA, which is Alcoholics Anonymous. This is to help the patient, the alcoholic themselves, get through a tough time such as alcoholism. Then for the members of the family that have been abused or been through withdrawal and been very emotionally distraught through the whole experience is ACOA, which stands for Adult Children of Alcoholics. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all American population live with an alcoholic. They're either abused mentally, physically.
You can.
That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with alcoholics are abused, either sexually, mentally, or physically. They also go through the whole process of withdrawal and the problems that the alcoholic has along with the family. There are many cures to help the family. One is AA. Alcoholics Anonymous. That last scene is a true fact of life. About 50% of all Americans who live with alcoholics are abused, either physically, mentally, or socially.
Socially?
Recording? That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all alcoholics.
Are you fucking...
Okay. What are you doing, bro? Why are you recording her? Alright. That last scene is a true fact. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all people that live with alcoholics are either abused mentally, physically, or emotionally. They go through the whole process, not only that themselves go through, but what the alcoholics go through. The alcoholic's drinking doesn't affect the... Alright. That last scene is very true. It's a true fact of life. About 50% of all America lives with an alcoholic. They're abused either physically, emotionally...
What are you doing?
Alright. It's 11 o'clock already. That's just great. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all Americans live with alcoholics. They're either abused mentally, physically, or emotionally. The alcoholic, when he drinks, doesn't just hurt himself. He hurts his family, and there are many organizations to go along with that. One is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, which helps the alcoholic get through the process of recovering, which can be difficult for many people. Another corporation or factor that can help these people is ACOA Corporation. Okay.
Come on.
Just nobody laugh. Okay. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50%... Fucking light is killing me. Alright. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all Americans live with alcoholics. I can't do this. Never. Okay. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all Americans live with alcoholics. They are either abused mentally, physically, or that's...
Alright, wait. Let me sit over there.
Here we go. Okay. Alrighty. That last scene was a true fact of life. About 50% of all Americans who live with alcoholics are either abused mentally, physically, or emotionally. When the alcoholic drinks, they not only affect themselves, but the family environment around them. They can either lose their jobs and get hurt very badly or hurt their family. Two helping processes that can help this is AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. This helps the alcoholic get through the healing process, which can be difficult sometimes. Another healing process is ACOA, Adult Children of Alcoholics. This helps the family and the alcoholics get through the main problem, which is the inner family, which alcohol mostly affects.
It's the bad side.
Alcohol as a disease affects 50% of our population. It is not only a dysfunctional family process, which is also a high percentage. This disease will never be cured. It's not a disease that can be cured by medicine. But what Americans need to realize is that alcohol is not only affecting the family, but affecting the alcoholic and the people around them. We must stop this horrible disease. Alcohol is a progressive disease. What this means is an alcoholic will have a drink one day, or a few drinks. The next day they say, being an alcoholic is a progressive disease. What this means is a drink of... Being an alcoholic is a progressive disease. What this means is an alcoholic will have a drink during the day and say they'll quit the next. The next day they'll have a drink during the day and during the night and continuous drinks during those hours. They are progressing from a social drinker to an alcoholic. There are many instances and percentages that go along with this. It's true that 50% of all Americans are alcoholics or live with alcoholics. And what is an even amazing percentage is that 9 out of 10 families are dysfunctional. Being an alcoholic is a progressive disease. What this means is an alcoholic will have a few drinks one night and say they'll quit the next. But when that second day comes around, they lie to themselves and they have a few drinks only during the day and the morning. But then the third stage of this progressive disease is horrible. The drinker will have drinks during the day and the night, 24 hours a day. This will affect family life and being an alcoholic is a progressive disease.